Good.
Here it is.
One cappuccino for this holiday.
Might stand in this area here. Might stand on this area over here.
Yeah.
This side over here, guys, please. Fabulous. Thank you. Yeah, we just move a little bit this area here. As I say, I'm an official tour guide for this graveyard. There are a lot of tours happening today. It's actually still quiet, which is a good thing. So, I'll wait till everybody's here. Yeah, come a little bit here.
That's it, really?
Yeah. Okay, guys, so welcome to Grayfriars Graveyard. The land that we walk on here was given to the city of Edinburgh by Mary, Queen of Scots. Grayfriars Kirk means a church in Old Scots, yeah. This firm as it is now dates back to 1620. It is a Presbyterian Protestant church, 1620, okay? Now nowadays this graveyard is very famous because of the Harry Potter saga. A lot of the graves here are claimed to have been inspiration for the Harry Potter characters. I know J.K. myself, my son is friends with her daughter Kenzie. You have Riddle here, you have Moody here, you have Cruikshank here, all these Harry Potter graves. But before Harry Potter, this graveyard was very famous because of Grayfriars Bobby, and I think us here, we are more familiar with Grayfriars Bobby. So, who was Grayfriars Bobby? If you look at the statue behind you here, you can see a little statue. Grayfriars Bobby was a Skye Terrier. He was a Skye Terrier, yeah? Now, the year is 1850, and a gentleman called John Gray, better known as Earl Jock, came to Edinburgh to find work as a gardener. He couldn't find work as a gardener, so he decided to become a police night watchman. When you were a police night watchman, one of the rules was is that you need to have a little dog to accompany you. So, little Bobby here and John Gray and John became friends and started doing the rounds in the graveyard surrounding houses. Now everything was going fantastically well until one day in 1858, unfortunately John Gray passed away of tuberculosis. What did little Bobby do? Little Bobby spent the last 14 years of his life guarding the grave of John Gray night after night without fail. A beautiful tale of loyalty. Now, back in the day, if you were a stray dog, unfortunately, the city council would take you off the street and put you down. However, the mayor of Edinburgh was called William Chambers. He spoke the corpse of Chambers, he named after him, the statue of William Chambers. When he heard about the story of loyalty and little Bobby sitting on the grave for 14 years, he wouldn't stop the execution of Bobby. On his own property, got Bobby a beautiful collar, a water ball, and a football. All these original items can still be found at the Museum of Edinburgh on the Royal Mile. Now, if you look at the gravestone here, yeah, this is the gravestone. Bobby actually lies here. And you can see all these little twigs and all that. Children in Edinburgh and tourists, they like to leave little sticks here for Bobby to play with, sometimes money. In August, the artist, what she called Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift was here in August, and people used to leave these little love bracelets here for Taylor Swift. However, this is not the original site. Give me 1 sec. It's only hey, are you okay? 1 minute away from here. Let me show you the original site. Not many people know that this is not the original site. It's only a minute away. You'll be fine. Follow me. Only 1 minute here. I'll tell you the real story. Yeah, take a picture.
John Gray, that's the owner.
Yeah. So guys, so this is actually the original location. Not many people know this, okay? So imagine 1858, John Gray passed away. He was buried here. This where you see the stones, that's where little Bobby used to sit. 1961, Walt Disney made a movie about it called Grayfriars Bobby. In fact, there's photographs of Walt Disney actually visited this graveyard in 1960, and there are pictures of Walt Disney standing exactly where I'm standing. Also, Prince William was here last summer, he stood right there. So, Bobby, John Gray was buried here. Bobby sat there for shelter. You can see the scene in the movie Grayfriars Bobby. Also, you can see here there's a lot of glitter and stars. Yeah, people like to leave glitter and stars for Bobby. And again, money and little sticks to play with. Now, this gentleman is called James Brown. Not the singer. Not the singer. James Brown was a sexton. What is a sexton? A sexton is a person that takes care of the graveyard. So the first couple of days when Bobby used to sit there, James Brown actually tried to get rid of Bobby, but Bobby was not for moving. So eventually he started feeding Bobby with his wife. Around the corner here was a coffee shop, Mr. Trowell's Coffee House. Yeah. Now Mr. Trowell, when Bobby and John Gray, when John Gray was still alive, he used to go there for lunch. And after John Gray died, every day when the 1 o'clock gun went off at Edinburgh Castle, it is said that when he heard the 1 o'clock gun, little Bobby would get up, walk around these walls here, go to Mr. Trowell's Coffee House, and Mr. Trowell would feed him little scraps. And this is how Bobby managed to survive. So this is a real story. Harry Potter, not real. Bobby, real. Now, are you all familiar with the 1 o'clock gun at Edinburgh Castle? Every day at 1 o'clock, apart from Sunday, the 1 o'clock gun goes off at the castle.
Yeah.
Why 1 o'clock, not 12 o'clock? It's because the Scots don't like to spend money. It is much cheaper to send off one gun at 1 o'clock than it is 12 times at 12 o'clock. That's why it's the 1 o'clock gun, okay? Makes sense, no? Last but not least, why is Bobby buried there and not here? Personally, I would have preferred if Bobby was right here, because this is where he spent 14 years, sorry. It is because it would be sacrilegious to bury a dog within the boundaries of a human graveyard. So, technically speaking, he's buried outside the perimeter of the graveyard. Yeah, that's why they're separated. Okay. Now we're going to walk back. We're going to have a look at one more interesting thing, and then we're going to go back to the coach. Okay, follow me. Just going to go up a little bit, not too far, okay, so not to worry.
Yeah, said you have a problem, don't you? One of those things. Yeah. Can you sell it on Facebook or anything, or advertise it?
I sell some on eBay.
Yeah.
I'm an admin on one of the holiday forums on Facebook. Post stuff about it every now and then, and some people do take up on that.
I suppose you have to be careful how you advertise it.
Oh yeah, I mean, we got one guy within the group that has over 5,000 calendars printed each year.
Does he sell that many?
Oh yes, and he goes back for some more. A pound on each sale goes towards charity as well.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Yeah.
And the quality of the stuff that our printer provides for us is fabulous.
Brilliant.
It's not like the junky sort of carousel calendars that you get there, all flimsy paper and all the rest of it.
Did you have to buy it? Too late?
Used to take shearing coat, express
Oh,
coach
okay,
down
and you
to
would do it.
Como, it was great. I used to love it.
Yeah, just, I might just come around.
You're not going to get me, are you?
Okay. So, we're still at Grayfriars Graveyard. Officially, this is the most haunted graveyard in the world. If you Google it, I'll tell you later why. Okay, now if you have a look around, there are about 300 gravestones here. Anybody want to have a rough guess how many people are actually buried here? Have a guess?
Half of them.
60? So we got 300 gravestones.
Thousands.
Many thousands. Many thousands.
Yeah.
I'll take that as a yes then. There are well over 100,000 people buried here.
Wow.
Why? 1644, 1645, Edinburgh got hit by the plague, very contagious, so when you died, boom, off you went in this pit here. This is about 10 meters deep here, yeah? That's what happened. Now, tour guides nowadays, obviously we need to be official tour guides for this graveyard. We're not allowed to have more than 35 people in our groups. Why? 2-3 years ago, tour guides used to walk around here over the grass, 60, 70 people. And after the rain, people would walk on the grass, the ground would be pushed down, and bones would actually come out of the ground. I know you don't believe me, but actually this still happens. This still happens. The gardener called David Cunningham, there's a specific graveyard just for bones that are found. In fact, 2 years ago, there was a little dog with a waggly tail with a human pelvis in his mouth. To take the bone off the dog, it had to be buried, and the priest had to come out of the church to bless those bones again. Yes. Now, why is this the most haunted graveyard in the world? This is because of the building behind us here. How are you? That's my colleague there.
Okay.
That is what we call the Black Mausoleum. The Black Mausoleum of Mr. George Mackenzie, Bloody Mackenzie.
Yeah.
Bloody Mackenzie was the Lord Advocate of Edinburgh in the 1670s, 1680s. The religion at the time was Protestant. Religious was Charles II, he was a Roman Catholic. The religion here was Protestant. If you did want to convert to Roman Catholicism, you'd be thrown in jail. The jail is located right in the corner. That's the famous Convenanters prison. It was Mr. Mackenzie's, Bloody Mackenzie's, the Lord Advocate of Edinburgh's job to throw you in jail. That was his job. So finally, when he died in 1691, everybody was very, very happy, and they buried him in his own mausoleum. It is said that his mausoleum was built right there on his instructions, very close to the prison, so even in death he could torture the prisoners. Now, he was locked up, everything was fine, until one day in 2003, a homeless person walking around this graveyard here was looking for shelter. It started to rain. He opened the door, went inside, and boom, fell through the floor. And there lay the coffin of Mr. Mackenzie. And that moment has said they've raised the spirit of poltergeist of Mr. Mackenzie. And ever since that moment, very strange things have occurred here in this graveyard. That insult to injury, 2 school kids from the school behind us here, that's George Heriot School. 2 kids went inside the mausoleum again and with a saw off the head of Mr. Mackenzie and played football with his head right in the field.
Oh my God.
Yeah, nice and cheerful.
Yeah.
Okay, so I hope you had a little bit of information
Yeah,
about this
that's good.
graveyard. Why don't we go back to the coach and continue the tour? This way. Oh.